On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are back with my cheap $3,000 Volvo C30, and we're going to rebuild the entire front end. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today we are here with my Volvo C30, like I said, the one I picked up down in Dallas, Plano, Texas, in that area for only $3,000, and I found that on Autotempest.com. It's the best way to find the cheapest in the country when you're out trying to find those deals. I had always wanted this car, and a quick search found me one, and here I am with it, and it had a lot of problems. So today, we're gonna keep working on it. We've got the rear end done in the last video, and we're gonna start with that new vacuum booster pump under the hood, and then we're gonna get under it and start swapping the entire front end. We've got control arms, we've got quick struts, we've got sway bar end links, and we're just gonna get after it and hopefully get this whole thing done for the most part. And then we can start chasing down other issues, convenience issues. Oh yeah, we're back on the old camera, and I got all the lights in the garage. So those ones got done while I was doing the R8 because we really just did not have enough light then. And then a couple hours ago, I got all of those ones done. Oh, and I went shopping, look at this. If you're following me on Instagram, you already know, but I finally got the Milwaukee underhood light. So we're gonna try it out right now. Let's throw it on the Volvo. Okay, this is the greatest thing ever because you just kind of pull and then stick it on and it grips. And power, and the engine bay lights up. Check that out. So here is that dead vacuum booster pump, the factory Volvo part right there. If you remember when I picked it up, I knew it was bad. The owner said it was. And then in the I'm Becoming a Pilot video, I actually showed you guys troubleshooting it a little bit. I took a hammer, I stuck 12 volts on it from the jump pack, took a hammer and sat there and tapped around the motor, and I actually got it to run for a second, but the bearings are just shot. He's absolutely right. That pump's trash. It was like, you know, very bad sounds. And should be super easy to swap. It looks like 2 tins and pulling off this connector, squeeze the bottom, just push up with like fingernail, screwdriver, whatever you got, because you got to unlock that and wiggle. You're gonna have to use a screwdriver. Also, this is the fastest part you're ever gonna change on this car. Since the electrical connector is already unplugged, that takes quite a bit of time out of it. And then looks like you need something back up the bottom. There's a tin down there too, grab a wrench. Okay, we've got it out. There's a couple screws in there, pull them out, put them in the new one. Of course they don't fit. You're gonna have to change the whole isolator. Throw away that insert. It does not work at all for the Volvo application. Once it's installed, you'll put on this bottom isolator and the nut and tighten it back down. A couple seconds of work. There we go, she is mounted up and that is ready to be plugged in. Let's see if it plugs in. Stick that wire back down underneath there. All that's left is starting it up and seeing if you got brake boost, but I think we do. Check it out, stab the brakes. It runs perfectly. Under the car we go. I was over at the Car Ninjas yesterday and he was like, hey man, I'm doing this engine swap on a 7 Series tomorrow. I could use an extra set of hands. And I was like, hey, could I use a lift too? So we're going to the Car Ninjas to put this front end together, and this car is getting the full BG setup here, 44K in the fuel tank. We'll stick the EPR in right now and do the oil change today, and we'll finish the oil change off with the MOA. And we got the little BG funnel, which makes pouring this super easy. So fuel system cleaner first and EPR, and you know, you run this for about 10 minutes, so it's perfect for the drive over there. And she's good to go. Man, this funnel makes it easy. Glug, 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 glug. Oh man, we are about to fix this problem. I cannot wait to get back. And we are here at O'Reilly's to pick up some oil real quick because I didn't have any and I have a filter. So I am gonna change the oil today and put that EPR in there, do all that good stuff. We're just gonna run in here, grab some oil. What's up?
Not much. What you need?
57.60.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good one.
You too.
So while we're still here in the O'Reilly's parking lot, we're gonna pour in the EPR because it needs just about what the drive to Johnny's shop is to do its magic. So we'll drive over there, change the oil, and get this right back out. This is kind of like a mini version of the dynamic that we did on the Camaro, and you just run it for a few minutes before the oil change, 10 minutes. 10 minutes at 1200 RPM, basically just above idle. We're just gonna drive it. Man, what an easy oil fill, Volvo. Good job, guys. It's like pouring water into the crankcase. Real sketch. If you guys noticed, the Texas tags disappeared today and the glass got a little bit cleaner, and back here what was left of the flower, the tramp stamp, that's gone too. The tag frame's gone, and we're ready to lift this thing. All the parts are out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it up in the air, drain the oil, probably pop the cartridge filter out first. Let's see where that cartridge filter is at on this thing. Right there. Look at that, that's gonna be hard to get to. Wow, Volvo. That's the first thing I haven't loved about this car. It looks like I'll have to pull this out and then I can get in there to the cartridge filter. It's straight down. If you don't know what it looks like, it's that big plastic piece. New booster pump is working great. Plenty of brakes. It drove better on the way over here. And once it's up in the air, we pull the wheels, just get to ripping. That is a big pile of parts over there that's about to go on this car. Johnny has these, which is awesome. The cup oil filter wrench set there, and we'll use one of those to get that out. It's probably that guy. And then we can put a swivel on it and maybe not take all the plastic out. If I can get my hand down there, then that is. Just kidding, drop the tool. That is the right one. Fits tight. As you can see, I did end up pulling out this plastic. You take out 1/8 and rotate quarter turn, rotate quarter turn, and you should have clearance to get this thing out. And it's very hot, so good luck. And then pull it out and flip it over in a, as fast as you can, so you're not spilling oil everywhere. And there we go, filter out. Going back in with the new filter, snake it through. Kind of fun. Wiggle it down in there and get it started. Easy peasy. Got the oil drained down, this thing's back on the ground, and we are ready for the BG MOA. Let's pour in that bottle, which looks much more like oil. And as soon as this entire can goes in, I will fill it with the actual oil, and we'll be done with the oil change and on to the suspension. There we go, basically done with the can. And now that we finally have fresh oil in this thing, I can reset the maintenance light. It's been bothering me, I know it's been bothering you guys. I saw the comments, so in here, hold the trip reset button, turn the ignition to on. Okay, apparently I was just doing it wrong all along. Turn it to position 1, hold the button, turn to position 2, wait till it flashes, let go, and it's reset. So, super easy. And it should flash any second now. Let go. Yeah, that cleared it. We're good. Control arm time, you're gonna need like a ratchet wrench with a flex head to get in between the CV and the ball joint there, and then bolt, 2 bolts. Control arm's done. Up under the C30, cranking away, you can see this is one of the Volvo axles CVs that is in, and greased the splines and everything, got the bolt back in here in the brake rotor, so that is good to go. And I mean, here's the pile of parts that's come out. Old control arm, CV, new control arm ready to go in, and of course the carrier bearing holder is off of this CV. Right up inside there, you guys can see that bearing, and I'm about ready to pull that CV out, swap in the new one, bolt everything on the bottom back together, put the struts in. So we're making great progress. That axle I went ahead and took apart too. And you really can't swap the mount over because this bolt is completely inaccessible. The turbo blocks it. So you could like pull the subframe and maybe move the turbo, or you could just split the casing right here and take out those 210s, which takes seconds. As soon as that's done, bolt the whole bottom part back together, put in the quick struts and the sway bar and links, and we're done. Johnny and I were just both saying we're about done. He's working on the engine swap. He's got the air filters off. He's about done. And I'm about done over here. We'll both be done in 3 hours. Quick struts, pretty simple, so those are out. Basically, you just pry the wheel knuckle apart there and then slide that off the strut body, 3 bolts. I mean, that's all there is to a strut, very simple. The axles, pull, take the bolts out, slide it out, no big deal. Control arm, the control arms were a lot of fighting. I ended up taking the screw jack here and using that to kind of position them at the exact angle they need to be to get the bolts in very easy. So anyway, it just takes a little bit of work. Nothing to it but to do it, and sway bar and links, very easy. Grab the back, the ones that are going in the trash, with a pair of pliers and run off the nut with the impact. Put it back on. With the impact, you don't need to hold on to them. The little impact. Always use the baby impact for that stuff. That way you don't end up tearing anything up. So, the front of the Volvo's back together. Let's put some wheels on this thing. Get it on the alignment rack, check everything out, and hopefully it's good to go. Now we find out. Oh, this thing's fixed. It's immediately fixed. It's so much better. Ooh, that was gross. Oh, there's still something wrong. The front end might feel solid now, but I think there might be a bad wheel bearing or something. We'll go drive it around for a second, see if it clears up. The Volvo that keeps fighting me. It just won't let me win. It is way better though. All right, I think we've decided that it is completely fixed, but the wheel bearing over there might be toast, because when it's turning, it grinds a little bit, but man, no popping noise. Everything feels wonderful. There's no more shake out of the front end. The wheels track straight, and it's fast. Yeah, it was bad before. Anyway, that basically fixed it. That bearing has to be bad and then making the CVs fail quicker or something. I'd say she's pretty good. Let's put on the lift, make sure everything's aligned. And if that's good, we're done until parts come in for this. All right. We got this engine out right after checking the Volvo's alignment. Volvo alignment checked out. It's within spec. There was like, I think one of the rear cambers was off by like 0.01 or something in the red, but you know what? 0.01, that's where you don't mess with it. that's where you end up making it worse. So I'm gonna get the Volvo back off the alignment rack here, and we're gonna get out of here. Johnny's ready to get out of here for the day, and it took a while to get that engine and trans out of there too. It took longer than I thought on this, so yeah, we're both ready to go eat. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. This thing is so close. We think it might still need that passenger CV. We're not sure, but it all felt nice. It runs nice, but when you're turning, it's grinding a little bit over there, and it's definitely not the transaxle or anything. Anyway, another day. It's got to wait for parts anyway. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchsharego.com where you can get cool shirts like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Also, I didn't know how to use the alignment machine. I just wanted to, so I just kind of watched the videos on there and figured it out. Johnny was like, I don't have time to do that. I was like, I know, man, let me do it. So I just kind of winged it. The machine gave me the values, so it looks like we got it right. And she's getting washed real quick. Not a single leak, so that's impressive.